I get a little surprise for my fishes. Oh yeah, they're gonna love this. That's just nothing but a big old mess of tadpole. Oh yeah. They don't even know what to do with themselves. Slurping them up. Come on, you got tadpoles to eat. Go and eat them. Stop being mean. You can't even not be mean for like 2 seconds. There you go. Look at all those tadpoles. You want to eat them? Yeah, you see them. Bam, there you go. Man, I knew they'd like them. Good stuff. Enjoy your little snack. There you go. How's everyone doing today? So, I have got this combo that everyone has their dream combo. I feel like something that they're like, okay, this is like pretty much the best I can do for this type of scenario. This is what I always want for this specific type of fishing, whether it be, you know, you're bass fishing and you're using frogs, or you're using swim baits, or you know, you're using live bait, or you're grouper digging or something like that. Everyone has that specific combo that they feel like is pretty much the best way they can do it. But for the type of fishing I do around bridges, I tend to like to use spinning gear. Structure fishing is just, it works for me. And I have a combo that I was very fortunate to get have one of my own. This combo right here is pretty much gonna be my structure in heavy duty fishing. You know, tarpon, can easily handle a tarpon, you know, in the right circumstance. Grouper, big snook, throwing bucktails, you know, even offshore bottom fishing, you know, having a flat line out. This combo does pretty much all of that, and it's very comfortable. It's lightweight, but it's heavy duty. So I'm going to get into it a little bit. First off, I'm going to start off with the rod. You guys are at least familiar with the rod, and at least familiar with the reel, I feel like. This is the 7.6 heavy Avid Inshore. The heavy is rated, it's a 15 to 30 pound line class. It's rated 3/4 to 2 ounce lure weight. The thing is that these rods, you can only take that at face value, because I feel like they can handle a lot more weight than that. Line weight, I don't really think it matters as much, because that is a mono rating, and braid is a lot. You can put, you know, if it's a 10 to 20 pound line class, for instance, you can easily put almost whatever braid you want to on there. 30, 40, no problem. Now, so this is a 15 to 30 pound. It's pretty much all about the backbone and the tip. So, with that being said, you really want to look at the weight rating of the ounces, at least, of what it says it can throw. Now, this is why I feel like it's a bit off, because I have thrown 4 and 5 ounce baits on here and have had no issue. I'm a little bit more careful, but I can throw them easily with this guy, and it can handle it. So, that being said, 7.6, I just love the cork and the color, and this thing is freaking light. I mean, if I were to, I don't know the exact weight on this rod, but it is light. The backbone on this rod is just tremendous for what it is. I mean, the backbone goes all the way up almost. The last foot to foot and a half of this rod is just beautiful fast action. I mean, this is a sensitive, stout rod. This rod does run in the upper 200, so it's not a cheap rod by any means. But when it comes to how gorgeous and balanced and light it is. This rod is so light, I'm seriously amazed it can handle what it does. And I cannot recommend enough the Avids. These are my favorite rods. The only thing is, I got these ones have the single foot guides. It's the only issue, in my opinion, with these rods. Now, the newer ones, the ones that are made in 2018, have the double foot guides, which I'm going to probably end up switching out or putting double foot guides on myself, because when you're tarpon fishing, for instance, snook and stuff, you should be fine. If you hook into a big tarpon, you set hook on that fish or a big grouper, chance that guide pops out, you're taking chances. But when it comes to the rod, this is amazing. Now, the reel. This is another big boy. You guys probably, at least if you fish saltwater, know this reel. This is the Saragosa by Shimano. This is the 6K size. What more can I say besides it is light, it is strong, it's got a great drag. The capacity, because it's Shimano, can be a little, it doesn't have the biggest capacity. You know, if you got a slammer around the same size, you put a lot more line on it. You know, but a slammer about the size is really like a 5500. So they're a bit different. But the handle, it's just got a big old beefy handle. Saragosas have the X chip. And Shimano does their, it's the way they seal the reel. Shimano has two different ways they seal a reel, at least, you know, when we're talking about the spinners. They have the X chip and they have the core protect, or the X protect. The X chip is what I'm going to talk about right now. It basically sits above the anti-reverse clutch, and there's a bunch of ridges on this piece, and what the ridges do is, one, it makes it difficult for the water to get through. It's like a maze. You know, the water has to get past these ridges. It can't just land on the side, which it usually will. If it gets up underneath the spool, it'll usually land on the side. So there's a couple things that I have to get through. But anyway, the X chip, once it lands on the side, it also has this resin on top of it that makes the water bead up. And so because the water beads up, it has no way to really get any traction. So the ridges, it can't get over the ridges if it can't get any traction on the reel. I mean, unless you submerge this thing completely underwater and held it there. It's really the only way you're going to get water in there. So for the most part, it's a very hard reel to get water in, which is very important. Of course, as a lot of reels tend to have now, this is just one big gasket around the drag, which again, I grease the heck out of the, you know, around the sides and everything to make it difficult for the water to get in. And this grease sits right on top of, or excuse me, this gasket sits right on top of the grease, creating another type of seal that, you know, it's always important to grease your reels up. Take the spool off. You see that the drag is, it's a sealed drag system. It's kind of, again, it's just hard to get water in this thing. There's just gaskets all the way down, making it difficult for water to run down and just goes directly into the reel. It's also got this piece right here, and what this does is it has a rubber gasket underneath this that sits on the, I believe, the pinion, the shaft, whatever. It sits and basically constantly has contact with it, and it just makes it very difficult for the water to get through into where it can even harm the reel. Underneath the spool here would be where the X chip is, and as I said, it's just a layered piece that makes it very difficult. So any water that does get under here gets underneath this right here, which is very difficult for it to do. It's hard for water to get in. That's the long story short. So anyway, this reel and this rod, this whole combo is just fantastic. Along with the line I have on here, I have Power Pro Max Cuatro. I believe this is 40 pound Max Cuatro. Max Cuatro is a thinner diameter, so basically it goes by the steps. So if you have 40 pound line, you basically have 30-pound diameter regular Power Pro. It still has the same braking strength, and it cuts the water. Very nice. It's an amazing line to have. It's strong. You know, you're not going to lose fish with this line if you fight the fish right. I mean, it's not going to, you know, there's no difference in braking strength. It's just a thinner diameter. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's great. Mashing them up together, this reel and this rod just feel wonderful. For as heavy of a rod as this is, as heavy of a combo, it sits so, like, that balances out very well. It's basically as completely balanced as I mean, that's just gorgeous right there. These rods make me smile. This combo makes me happy. I don't know how else to explain it. Again, I am a lefty, for those who want to make fun of it. Most people reel like this. I feel ridiculous reeling like that. Anyway, this guy for grouper, snook, your bigger game fish, it's hard to beat this combo. Yes, this is a $500+ combo, closer to $600 combo. There's a reason you're paying that much for it, because you will not be disappointed. So that was the combo in itself. I'm going to do more videos on other combos I have for other applications. I'm getting some more combos actually pretty soon. That'll be kind of the same type of combo, but used a little bit differently. You'll see. I think you'll like it. But I'm also going to be doing very soon, because grouper season is fast approaching. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I like to grouper fish. I'm going to be doing a tutorial pretty soon on this combo, how I fish it for grouper, and the other combo I'm getting, just grouper fishing in general with artificials. I'll probably do some live bait ones too, but inshore with artificials. It works offshore too, but grouper inshore, it's just one of my favorite things to do. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of that, especially once I get this boat up and running. Once that happens, a lot more fishing videos, a lot more how-tos. You'll get to see just a lot more of it. And so I really enjoy doing these tackle talks, you know, going over my gear and what I like to use tips and tricks wise. Hopefully I'll be able to do, you know, some more stuff, even with stuff I don't have, so I can give you a general idea of, you know, I'd like you guys to have the best. I'd also like you guys to, I'll do a bang for your buck sort of thing, where I'll give you, you know, tips and tricks on how to save money and at the same time be able to fish for the fish you want to go for. You know, there's some good inexpensive stuff out there. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support, and more videos will be coming. I'm trying to listen to you guys. I had a guy commenting that I was plucking my shirt too much, so I try my best not to do that. Lighting, I hope the lighting is a little better. This isn't from the sun, this is from a lamp, so hopefully this isn't too bright. If it is, I will figure something else out. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Keep on watching, like, subscribe, and comment, and a lot more is coming. A lot more is coming. Also, my wife says she doesn't like this hat. I think this is a sick hat. It says Real Lucky. It's a charter guy in my area who gave me this hat. It's a freaking awesome hat. I think so. I like the cork and the flat bill and the snapback. It's a great hat. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be doing some more videos pretty soon, so keep you posted. You have a good rest of your day.